I would walk 500 miles and oh my god! Oh my god! Mr. President?
We have received an anonymous tip that a terrorist named Mr. Evil has targeted the Declaration of Sentiments.
Sir, at the height of the women's rights movement in Seneca Falls, New York, a group of feminist men and women came together, prompted by a prominent writer and orator, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who later wrote the Declaration of Sentiments. This declaration was sort of a parody of the regular Declaration of Independence by Thomas Jefferson, of which I'm very familiar with, in which it had a lot of the same language, but it included sentences which refer to women. It was a very valuable piece of our nation's history, and although it didn't get much done, it was a very effective propaganda device, used as almost a catalyst for later women's suffrage.
Nicolas Cage, I'm going to need you to steal this before they do.
Sir, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, if we have to steal it, then... If they're gonna steal it, then why do I have to steal it? I mean, I don't get it. If we're gonna do this, Mr. President, I'm gonna need my team.
It's alright, Nicholas. I've got them in the back.
Hey.
Oh, wait, it's my good friend Riley, who's a whiz with computers, and, the girl from the first National Treasure movie. Alright, team, we need to find out where is the Declaration of Sentiments. Riley, what do you got?
The Seneca Falls Convention, although it was mainly concerned with women's rights, was also a context to talk about the issue of abolition. I can research abolitionist grave sites, see if there's anything strange. There were also discussions on temperance.
That's an excellent idea, Riley. Do you have anything, girl from First National Treasure?
Why do you never say my name? It's Meow!
What's that, Mr. Snuffles?
Meow, 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 meow.
Mr. Snuffles, you know I don't speak Portuguese. So, if you think about it, there were 100 signers of the Declaration of Sentiments, right? 68 women and 32 men. Now, the square root of 100 is 10, right? 10. You know what that rhymes with? Ben Roethlisberger. He's the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dark Knight Rises, the latest Batman movie, that was filmed in Pittsburgh. Adam West was the first Batman, right? Adam West is in Family Guy. Family Guy takes place in Rhode Island. Rhode Island is in the ocean. I got it. The Declaration of Sentiments is in the bottom of the ocean. Mr. Snuffles, don't be ridiculous. I realize that it seems easy to believe that a document written in Seneca Falls would still be in Seneca Falls, but come on now, that's a little crazy. Oh, would you look at that? I guess he was right. Quick, to Seneca Falls! Alright, we finally got into the Seneca Falls Museum. Now that we're finally in the museum, we need to do the break. Now remember, I'm the best at this, okay? So I've brought the correct tools. This is a steel titanium alloy bond extrication rod. All right. This is very complicated. What are you doing? What are you doing? No.
That's where your Declaration of Sentiments was.
Oh my God. Wait, it's not there.
Aha!
Oh no.
Oh
no! Get out of here. Can't believe we made it out of the museum alive. No! We never... Oh my God! I can't believe it's happening! We never even got to know your name! You just killed the girl who I unfortunately never got their name. Prepare to die!
Seems like I'm out of ammo, so let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Ha-ha! Very well. Let's go. Let's go.
I was trained in the desert. You cannot defeat me.
Well, I stole the Declaration of Independence.
No. Oh. Oh, I just hit my own leg.
Where's the Declaration?
It was in here the entire time.
Maybe it always was. You see, it didn't have to be like this. We didn't always have to fight. You know, the people that wrote the Declaration of Sentiments, they argued too. In fact, the core issue, the women's rights to vote, wasn't even originally put in there to begin with. People, including the author of the Declaration of Sentiments, didn't want it included But then influential authors like Frederick Douglass, a man, argued to put it back in. It didn't have to be like this. I'm truly sorry. Psych! Alright, now let's see who this really is. Mr. Snuffles!
Meow!
Mr. Snuffles! How could you do this to me?
Good job, Nicolas Cage.
Thank you, Mr. President. From you, that means a lot. You see, Mr. President, this document, although it didn't directly cause it, led to many of the rights and ideals that women take for granted in our great nation. Before the women's rights movement, which was founded by this document, women couldn't vote. They couldn't hold land, except, of course, in some cases. They're basically the property of their husband or their father. But in this document, it is asserted that women are equal citizens, that they have the right to vote. They aren't compelled to submit to laws they disagree with, that they have the right to property and to be held accountable to these same laws as men, and from reformed divorce laws for which they were treated very unfairly to. It is the right that they should have some employment, education, religion, and a common moral code. These are basic founding human rights, which apply to which half of this great nation would not have without this document. Our country would be very different from it, Mr. President. This document was important to our country's status today. I'm so glad I was able to find this treasure for our nation.
Well, I suppose you could call this a national treasure.
Where'd you possibly get that idea from? I mean, that was just completely out of left field. I mean, where'd you get that? Well. Nicolas Cage. How'd you like to steal the Declaration of Independence for your country?